I'm a teacher here at Seameo Retrac. Welcome to another video about English vocabulary and language. Today we're going to be talking about the weather. So now in Saigon, it's June. It's rainy season. We are all spending our time putting our raincoats on and trying to stay indoors as much as possible. In Vietnam, you have two seasons, rainy season and dry season. But I'm from the UK, where we have 4 seasons. Do you know the words for the seasons? They are spring, and summer, and autumn, or the fall, and winter. What's your favourite season? In the UK, our weather is crazy. We often describe it as being very changeable because it changes all the time. We have a joke that says, if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. Today I'm going to teach you some vocabulary to talk about the weather, and I'm going to give you some examples of how to use it as well. So first we should talk about temperature. Temperature, whether it is cold or whether it is hot. When we talk about cold temperatures, we have several ways of describing that. So first, if it's a little bit cold, often in the UK, we might say, oh, it's chilly. It's a little bit chilly. Ooh. If it's really cold, we would go to the other end and say it's freezing. It's freezing. Now, freezing is an example of an extreme adjective. So we never say very freezing. We can say very cold, but we can't say very freezing. We can say absolutely freezing or really freezing, but never very freezing. On the other side, when we talk about when it's very hot, so if it's a little bit hot, we might say it's warm. It's warm. Or if it's super hot, again, we might use an extreme adjective and say it's boiling or it's scorching. These are both, again, extreme adjectives. So we can't say very boiling, we can't say very scorching. We might say absolutely boiling or really scorching, and that would be fine. If it's very hot for a very, 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 very long time, we might even say that we have a heat wave. In the UK, in recent years, every summer we have a heat wave in July and August. And this is when the temperatures are unusually high. So not just like in Saigon when it's hot, super hot for a long time. If it's not cold, if it's not hot, what do we say? We might say it's mild. Mild. Mild is a word that just means normal when it comes to temperature. Of course, in the UK it rains a lot. Not as much as it rains here, but it rains very, very regularly. And we have many different ways of describing rain. If it's just a little bit, we might say that it's spitting. Spitting. The same as spitting. If it's raining a little bit more than that, enough for you to notice, we might say that it is drizzle. Drizzle. Drizzle is a noun. Spitting is a verb. If it's raining off and on, off and on. We might say that there are showers. Yes, just like that thing in your house you use to get clean, we can say there are showers today. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's not raining. But if it's raining constantly, loads and loads and loads and loads of rain, like monsoon season in Saigon or Hanoi or anywhere else in Vietnam, we might say it's pouring. It's pouring. Okay. Also, sometimes we have storms. Not just when Vietnam wins the SEA Games, not that kind of storm, but the storms that happen in the sky. There are different types of storms. In cold countries, you might see a blizzard. A blizzard. You probably know this name as a video game company, but blizzard means snowstorms. I used to live in Russia, and there would be serious blizzards all the time in October, November, December. It will be very windy as well, and most of the time you will experience thunder and lightning. Thunder is what you hear, and lightning is what you see. Thunder and lightning. So how do we talk about the weather? Normally we ask a question. We ask the question which is, what's the weather like? What's the weather like? What's the weather like today? Or we can use different tenses like, what's the weather going to be like tomorrow? What's the weather going to be like tomorrow? What was the weather like yesterday? What was the weather like yesterday? I'm going to tell you about 3 places that I visited. One, I told you before, is Moscow. What's the weather like in Moscow? In Moscow, it's freezing in the winter. It's very snowy, and there are blizzards. Another place that I've been to is Bangkok in Thailand. What's the weather like in Bangkok? Oh, it's absolutely boiling and so sunny. And finally, one that you guys will know, Dalat. What's the weather like in Dalat? In Dalat, it's foggy, it's a bit chilly. You guys probably think it's freezing. And it's often rainy as well. There is drizzle and showers. So some questions for you. How would you describe the weather where you are today? What's your favourite type of weather? Comment something below, and I'll see you next time.